backdrop. Oh, I love it. I love it. So Afrocentric home decor in a few strategic places, Afrocentric home decor. So like if I really wanted to show, I could move over, but I love it. And what I love about it the most is that I can move it around. So I'm going to get some nails here because I'm already going to be hanging something over here eventually. And then I have a space where I'll nail some nails into the wall near some strategic places in the house where if I want to, have my backdrop up, I can. Or it's so big and so perfect, you could just have it up. So here it is. Look how big, and y'all, it's on the floor. It's not even hanging on a nail. It's on the floor, but I think this is a great idea. A great idea. I mean, not all the time, but sometimes, especially when I'm doing African home decor, I'm doing sit downs. I think it's excellent. I mean, like technically it could be on the bed behind me to cover. So let me show you. Hey, thank you. Isn't it beautiful? Thank you, Elizabeth. Hey, Lisa, needed a lifeline, and boom, there you be. Oh, yay. Well, I got one for you. Y'all gonna love this one. You're gonna love this one, Susan. So let me show you. Hey, Nash, it works. Yes. So you know how sometimes I like to sit on the bed or I sit over here. I could actually have the backdrop over here at times when I just want a little more intimacy in the bedroom. So I'm excited. Oh my God, y'all! Like, oh wow, that's deep. That's deep. That's deep. I love it. I love it. So I talked to the calabash man. I got a new design coming. A newly designed calabash lamp. So I had one more calabash left. So the two I had that was in the hall I told you that I was going to turn into the aquarium light coffee table. Y'all remember this? I the second one was a little too slightly bent to the side, so I had to buy another one from him, and we decided that we would do something else with it. So he was holding it all this time. So I was just thinking, I was like, it was a couple of weeks, and I was like, you know what? I just got to think. Like, it can't just be anything. Like, I don't want to rush. And to me, I can sell the lamp, so I'm not worried about it being all mine. Like, I'm ready for, selling. And so when I came to him first with the aquarium light, which is over here, beautiful fish aquarium light. I moved it, y'all, from here to here, y'all, because it was actually too big for the space, and it was covering the plants, and it was just too big, scale-wise. So I said to him, okay, I got one. I was ready. And I came to him with the idea. I mentioned it in one of the videos, but I will not re-mention it, so shh, because y'all got to wait. But I did mention it in one of the videos, what I was going to do. Well, anyway, so I came to him with the idea. I said, I know we're going to do it the last calabash, because he still has it. And I said, it's definitely going to be a lamp for sure. And I gave him suggestions, nothing ever seen. Like, I know that. And he loved it. He's like, yes. Like, I like the way you think. So I said, well, I always ask how much it's going to be, because I like to give you a down payment, because usually if you don't give people a down payment, they don't really take you seriously, and I don't blame them. So he was like, no, let me, don't worry, we're doing bigger business, so don't worry so much about the price. He said, I need to sit down and figure out how I'm going to do it. And I love that. That's what I bring to people. I bring things that the from drum, he had to figure out how to do it. There's a guy working on a bag of mine that still has to figure out how to do it. And I love that. I stump them a little bit, because I think that we all need to be pushed creatively. I know I do. Being on Instagram is a creative push for me, and I really need it. And that's always good when you can come to somebody with something new. Oh, yeah, definitely the bag. Oh, the first bag that I did, that version, that stumped them all the way. We did 3 bags. And let's talk about that bag. So that design will be soon come, next week sometime. The bag. So the bag wound up being a very wonderful and spiritual experience. And what I did was the very first bag I made, the first, so-called mistakes, or just the first draft, I went back, and because I know what I like, because I have a third one made that I love, but it still needed some things. And I went back. What I'm doing with the bag is I'm testing it. I have to carry it like you would carry it. What's missing in it? What's the malfunctions that could happen? There was some. So I included a space to put the cell phone. For me, a space to put my portable Wi-Fi. So yeah, so we did that. So I think, and I put latches on the side on the door that opens up so you can, go inside. You know what I'm saying? And I got some other things going on it, and it's coming along. So that first one, all three of them that I made will be able. I think they're all gonna be my first three, but that. So anyway, I stumped him. So let me tell you, y'all, what I was thinking that I know it could actually be me, y'all. It could actually be me. Something I got to remember about being in Ghana is that this is not my culture, and there is a culture, and I may not often understand the culture. And one thing that I know for sure about the culture, to me, or what I feel and see, is it's not a push, 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 push society. I remember there was this Twilight Zone, and it was this guy had a boss, and the boss always kept saying to him, push, 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 and how the man just couldn't take it anymore. And I forgot how the rest of it went, but I never forget that line, that push, 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 push. I think that, I was going to ask the question like, am I too driven? But it depends who you ask. Because if I'm listening to and watching about all these blacks, so-called CEOs or creatives or business builders, no, I'm right, and that's my tribe. That's what we do. We go, go, go. We do, do, do. And for me, there's no separation from the work that I do and the joy that I feel. There's no separation from the work that I do and my life. There's no separation. There's none whatsoever. Not at all. And I think that's another thing for me. What else is there to do? Christmas, huh? But that's me. I never celebrated Christmas anyway. Even when I was in the States, I usually had the day to myself. And I don't know what day it is. I don't know that it's Monday or Sunday. It's just every day is a day to be creative. And the creativity spills out. The creativity is ever flowing and overflowing. So it's like it can't stop. It don't take a holiday. My creativity don't take a holiday. At the same time, I'm starting to think that maybe, and this is, I'm coming with it, y'all, that Kwame is not, and everybody else is not really doing anything wrong. It's don't sit down while we're sitting down. Let's keep going. We got 5 days to do. Let's get it done. And then we sit down. But I'm kind of imposing my way, my kind of drive, and my kind of American way. And that here is chill. Like today when I sat down, I could feel the chill in the air. When I say chill, not cold, the chill out. I could feel that people were sitting and talking more, although, they do that a lot, but I could feel something was going on. I could feel, and immediately when I came in, plus I was tired because I went to bed at 1 a.m. I woke up at 6, so I'm tired. I could feel that even Kwame was on it. He was waiting for me. It's like he went and got some sleep. It's like whatever happened yesterday, he never wanted to happen again. We didn't have to talk about it. That's one of me and Kwame. Sag and Leo, that's the easy one. We don't have to talk about what we did yesterday. We just make it better today. And I realized that he was waiting for me this time because I was that nothing is happening. Before I left the house, the textile designer called me and said, hey, I told you all the different reasons why my thing wasn't going to be available. And then the calabash man he finished treating it, but he was waiting for the electrician because everybody works together here. Everything you see is not created by one person alone. It's pieces to it. So if one person doesn't show up because it's the holiday. Another thing, a lot of people here work really hard, so they probably party hard a lot too. And family is important. You do need time with your family. Even when my daughter used to come for the holidays, oh my God, I used to do no work. I realized that I did slow down a lot because I was so driven all year, especially being an entrepreneur. So I could relate, you know what I'm saying? And then, it's not just the holidays, it's the way they are in general, which is a lot more normal. I think growing up in a society where if you don't really, it's more to us. I think in Ghana a lot, I'm just on the everyday Ghanaian, if you don't work, you don't eat. So, okay, I get that. And I think for Americans, it's a little different. It's not even that we don't work, we don't eat. Our thing is always, we want to succeed, we have to succeed, we have to succeed, we have to succeed. And if you already got a personality like mine, then you really have to succeed. But this time, for real, y'all, it's not about succeeding. It's not about some place that I feel like I'm going to get to. Oh, I'm going to get to this place. I really don't feel that. I really don't feel that. I just feel like I can't stop, but that doesn't mean, but I think my way is very American, of course it is. I think the fact that, yes, you do one thing, it's hot in the sun, you sit down and chill out till you go do the next thing. And for me, it's like, no, this is the list. Why are we sitting down? Let's keep it going. And maybe I'm not calling them wrong or right, and I'm not calling myself right or wrong. I'm just saying that I can see that and when I think about, again, I talk about ES again, in a good way, of course, like that way she was so puzzled in a way too, and like she couldn't understand like the reasons for every reason why they got to leave the job and be gone for 3 or 4 days. I think for us it's such a concept, and then especially for a woman being a woman and driven, because I think it's every American is not the same, just like every Ghanaian is not the same. So every Ghanaian, there's Ghanaian-driven women and men too. There's non-American, Black American, non-driven men and women too. Driven is not necessarily the thing to do or be, but it's not necessarily not. It's just who you are. But I think that if you're talking about a culture as a whole, that even, I guess, as driven as some can be, they know to chill out. And we're coming from a person like me who's like almost like a person who found they were just born and the world is new again. And like I said, I can't stop the flow. Like the flow keeps coming. It never, ever stops. It's like something was open and it's the flow. It's like something was blocked. It was like a dam. It was a blockage and somebody found out what was blocking the flow of water and the dam is just pressed down, running over. But at the same time, I do have to understand I'm not in the States and I didn't have nothing to drive me like this in the States. But I feel like I need to respect, at least understand, because I don't think I'm purposely disrespecting. I think, I look at his brother Kojo, who be chilling a lot, and Kojo knows, he said, yes, I know you got to work, but he says it from me, like I know that's what you have to do. And he doesn't dislike it, nobody's against it. I remember Kojo, my brother, said, one time I was like, Kojo, I don't know what's wrong, I don't know it was his wife. Faustina, I don't know what's wrong, something's wrong. I am so tired today. That's what I said, just one day. She said, well, maybe you need more rest. No, that was so zen. I was like, whoa. I got rest and felt great the next day. I didn't know that. Like, I really didn't get that could be. I just actually need some rest to get up and do more. And then, so Kojo, my brother, had mentioned, he's like, yeah, how you feeling? I said, I'm great. I said, yeah, I rested, yeah, but I heard only for one day, because he called Kwame. And then Kwame said to me, you're not a machine. You need rest too. Because I kept saying, Kwame, what's wrong? I'm tired. I know, y'all, this is crazy. What's wrong? I'm tired. And Kwame's reaction reply was, you're not a machine. So I don't think there's the question between actually me being tired and don't know how to rest. I think that's the thing that's one of the karmic things I got to work on this lifetime. But I do think that as hard as it's going to be, I have to recognize that I'm in a different culture that puts community and communing way more important than go. And if I'm wrong in names, let me know. So I just wanted to say that, like, I'm open to that. There's something different going on here. You know what I'm saying? And that, they respect it now. I get all the time to the arts, and like, you so strong, such a strong African woman, so strong. Yeah, today I look strong. I show up every day. I get the stuff done. Like, they look at me like, who is she? Why they be playing draft, which is checkers. They be chilling. Y'all, like chilling. And Sunday they chill. They got days to chill. They are very chilled. And I not to say that I could stop, not to say that I want to change and not be this way. I don't feel like I've ever had a reason to be like this is something else. I've always worked, I would say, hard to get it done. Not always, no. But when I found something I love, like when I started the Blackberry Beauty before it was Academy, it wasn't always Academy. I had so much that I had going on. I had so many groups, and I just had so many, what they say, balls in the air, so I had to be on it. So I would say I was always on it. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be in business as long as I have been. And I know also it's a tribe thing, because like I said, I'm watching these incredible once you start watching something like I'm watching Lisa Price of Carol's daughter, then all the other stuff that comes out that highlights these incredibly multi-million dollar making sisters, and their attitudes are all like mine. It's very much the same seriousness, the same, drive, the same. So I guess I'm being okay with all of the parts. The part of me that is driven, particularly now, the part of me that is passionate, the part of me that there's no work in the play. And sometimes I know people probably look at me and like, have fun. Like, are you having fun? Like, you should just chill and have fun. I'll be thinking, no, I have fun when all the shit I want to do is being done. I get so excited when I give the design or the idea or the direction about something that I saw in my mind, and then I sketched it, and I get just as excited as sometimes if I see the process of how it's being done, and then I get excited when I pick it up. But yep, as soon as that's done, the next one is coming. So, I mean, I've had that fun. I've done that for I'm 53, and I've had that. And it never was me, like, go out or go in or stay in or let's hang or let's do this or let's... Now, concerts and shows, even that, because I'm such an introvert, too. That's what people don't realize. I've always been serious. I told you, people used to be like, you so serious. Like, that was like a thing about me, especially as a young... I was pretty serious at 14. I was the most serious kid on the block at 14 years old. I was like talking about the autobiography of Malcolm X. I mean, I came out this way, you know what I'm saying? And then introversion and then all of that. So, I guess I'm just trying to feel like sometimes I think some of us are really... I talk about the Dogons a lot. Wait till you see my next sheet set. Anyway, and I think some of us are really from outer space, y'all. I really do. I think some of us are totally from outer space. And the regular don't excite me. I don't want to drink till I'm drunk and smoke till I'm so high I'm messing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what fun. Fun to me is doing what I'm doing. This is like the most fun I've ever had. And the other time I had this most fun was I was doing the work too, is what the elder called the EW. We were doing performances for shelters, ashrams. We were always on the go. He was too. He's a tourist. So he was the first one that I saw, and he used to say the things I'm saying now, no difference between work and play. That our play was going to play, to perform, to, like, it was all, but it would definitely was our work. We was making money off it. When we went to teach in the schools, we had these contracts. It was the most me and the most fulfilling life I ever had because it matched my personality. I met somebody that matched that personality. And I loved it. It was best 6 years of my life, the hardest year of my life, and 6 years after that was I don't know if it was 6 years between us, but it was different. I think after him, though, I remember then I met the Rasta from Trinidad, and we had a long-distance relationship, and I would go travel from the U.S. to Trinidad all the time. And he was the opposite of driven. He was a Rasta. I'm not saying Rastas are not driven, but he was chilled. And I think I learned in Trinidad to chill. But I was healing because my mother died during that time, passed away, transitioned. So I think I was healing a lot. And then from that, I met my eventually be husband. And he was an artist that I could definitely utilize. We did some amazing stuff, but I was always too, we got to get in our own image. We got to take this, but he was ready. He was not that. He was ready. He's American, so Black American. He wasn't that chilled. He was ready. But he and I created a lot because me, period. We got to film it today, okay? So tomorrow we're going to we'll do the first part. This is me. That whole in our image, the whole way, the segments, the whole thing, but his beautiful, amazing creativity. His amazing ability. He didn't know how, he never edited before, never did any of that. He was just that talented. Great photographer, great visual artist, great all of that. He was perfect. When I think about it, if we were just that, we would probably still be friends. But he matched that, you know what I'm saying? So, at the same time, life is a challenge, right? So you have to understand that. And I'm just not slowing down. So per se, you see, I don't even like the term slow down and get me scared. I'd be like, oh, don't call me that. Who you calling that? You want to fight? I cut you behind, slow it down. But at the same time, you know, and it's so funny because I spent so many years in meditation, and that was a total slowdown. I spent 9 years. I went through my 9 year cycle at the place where my daughter was born. Actually, I was there for almost 16 years, so almost 2 cycles there. And I think I went in for so many years. And I think the last of it was when I moved to North Carolina. We lived in the country, and I said, "Ooh, wait a second, I'm a city girl for the real." And I don't know, just like I feel like, you know, it's like rites of passages throughout a woman and man's life, and I feel like I'm truly in my that menopausal, that menses on pause, and men on pause. At this point, I feel like I'm in another life. I'm in another life, and another life cycle. And I gotta go, I gotta do, I gotta live, I gotta create, and I gotta do it now because it's coming out now. There was such a long time. It's interesting, as creative as I used to be a poet, do spoken word, you know, all of that, actress, dancer, like that's me, Leo. And when I met my ex, whoa. Now, I used to say, ooh, all of that stopped, but that's not true. I mean, I created in our own image. I mean, do you remember those creative commercials we used to do? No, we were creating. I didn't realize how creative time it was with him because he was an artist. But it was just, I guess, in another way. It was like everything I learned helped me to do that. And all of that, I guess, has helped me to do this. So, but I still want to be kinder and gentler. I'm a boss lady for sure, and I want it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I say I want it, let's do it. We said we're gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it the best we could do it. Let's do it right. And I need people around me that's like that. At the same time, not necessarily. Now, my team working for me, yes, I do need them. But me, around me, and always know, I know I need people from all over. But I've always been the one that I can't stay at nobody's house and we ain't talking about nothing for long. You know, we talked about that. It's a lot of that introversion, you know. I don't really like to go to the party, the club, or even the wedding too long. People would think I'm antisocial, but I'm not. Back then, either I was always one to just be with myself and be meditative. And I was then because I thought, you know, when I was married to a Rasta, I was like, maybe I smoke weed. That's what does you, but I don't smoke weed. So I still like doing things that I think are meaningful to me. At the same time, I do need to be open. So I just wanted to share that because I'm sleepy now. Beautiful background. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Susan. Look how many years of that deadline and push. We as Africans in the United States have been conditioned. It will take a minute to adjust back to the natural way of being. Yes, and I wonder naturally clever if I ever will. Like, I don't know, because I don't feel like the pushing is. I mean, I just think maybe I don't need to be pushing everybody else so hard. You know, because this is a different kind of push. But I hear you. It's a different kind of push. Good morning. Love the background of your custom fabric. Thank you, darling. Now, just even in Europe, an adjustment is different from living in the States. This is true. They are more family-oriented. You're right. No working around the clock. That's true. They even will let the kids go home for an hour lunch with family. And that's dope. I wouldn't stop your flow, but I do take Sundays off. I won't even accept phone calls. Laugh out loud. I hear you on that. Nicole says, you are speaking my language with the doggone Afro-cosmic sheet said. That's right. I love Afrofuturism. You do? Yay. We are all the way out there and beyond. Yes. You're going to love this sheet sets. Thank you. Creative people are always creative, even in their downtime. That's right. Africa is giving you the energy flow. I feel you. Yes. Join Lisa Marie on Instagram at IG, Afrocentric Home Designs. Thank you, naturally. Hey, Sheila, I love the scarf vibes. Thank you. Growing my hair out just a little bit. Trying to get I'm about to get my little red hair going on. Check out the latest pre-sale video and contact Lisa Marie if you see anything you like. Thank you. Yeah, I feel that just being able to respect their flow or move around it is all. Yes. It's all they needed. Yeah, I got to respect their flow. Because a lot of Kwame's a Ghanaian. Do you understand? Like, I can say that's a fact. There's nobody can dispute that. And so he's not really doing anything that nobody else is not doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I laugh, I gotta laugh because They all do it. They all chill in that way, you know. I mean, there are a few hustlers at the AC. I ain't gonna lie. They be hustling. I ain't never see them sit down. But them the real ones. They real hungry. You know what I'm saying? They got mouths to feed. You know, they might not have a little. You know, those ain't sitting. Like, don't get me wrong. Now there are some people that honey, it's real. You know. But I think my hustling, and I think you all get it now, is I don't feel like I need to take a day off from what? Life? Because life is a creation. Like, I love being home Saturday and Sundays. It was, so now I get this though. I love now, I don't want to go to our center 7 days at one point a week, because Sunday nobody was doing nothing. I was like, what's wrong with y'all? Get up, you know. Okay, stop. You know, calm down, right? But I do, and I love being home Saturday and Sunday. It was so great, but all I did, you know, because I was just able to clean, and I still work because I did my intensive, which lasted 3.5 hours on one day and 2 on the other day, maybe 2.5. I could never not do it because I loved it. It was so real and was so passionate. And I guess what I'm saying is, I don't even know if Ghanaians, the average Ghanaian, I think what they're doing is still work. And I think the difference with me is what I'm doing is not work. And that's the difference. It's work to them, so they have to have time to get off. And if you have a work, I think most people don't understand it, because most people, and this is what we hear it all the time, most people are not doing what they love. Most people are doing what they have to do, doing what's got to be done. You know what I'm saying? Doing what they got to do for their family and for themselves. So it's like it's like two conversations we're having here. It's like a conversation of, it's not work, so when do you stop? And the other conversation of, well, that's work and this is family time. It's different. Most people can't wait to get off work because they hate their jobs. Let me tell you something that I just came to me. I want to tell you this, and I realize it now. I've heard it 1,000 times, and I think it says my story. So it was Lisa Price, Carol's daughter. She was telling this thing about how she was a production assistant writer, and she was working on the Cosby Show. And she was like, even though the hours was long, you work on the weekends, and you work, long hours in the night. She said she loved her job. Wow, this helps me to understand. Okay. And she's like, but she loved her job. And she knows the difference between loving her job, because she had a job before that she was a secretary, and she hated that job. And she said, when you hate your job or don't like your job stresses you out. When you come home, you kind of just want to go into oblivion. You just kind of want to watch some stupid shows. You know what I'm saying? People like, I don't want to do nothing. And nothing means really nothing. She said, but this one, even though the hours were long, she worked on the weekend, she said because she did not dislike it, and because she didn't feel drained from it, like she loved being there, she loved it because it was always creative. They had to create on the spot, and they had to do this creative stuff. You writers for a black show at that. And it was assistant, they had to come on, they had to get together, and she loved it. That when she came home, she felt more creative. So instead of being tired, she went in the kitchen and made products. It wasn't, that's what she said, it wasn't about a side hustle. At that point, she didn't think of it that way. It was something that she just had so much creative energy that was flowing through her from her day job, that the creative energy just flowed through her that way. That was how she relaxed. Like her husband would say, you doing more stuff? She's like, it's not stuff. But her pointing out that difference between the day job being something that was highly creative and she loved, allowing her to still have that feeling, I just got what I'm feeling right now. It just spoke to me. And it's hard to speak to sometimes, because a lot of people's like, and that's what, let me just tell you, that's why I have a mastermind group that I want you to all join. That's why I'm doing these kind of intensives. That's why I'm on Instagram. Because I'm realizing, even just talking on YouTube and other places, that some people don't even know what I'm talking about, because they ain't not experiencing that. They've never experienced that. They don't know what you're talking about. But they want it. Wouldn't that be a concept, y'all, that you're never tired from what you do, because what you do is not work? We've all heard of this. I heard of it too. The part that when it started seeming like work, I delegate. Then I'll be like, ooh, And then remember, y'all, I done cleared my house, my life, my so-called personal life, which is no different. I don't have to cook. I don't have to clean. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do the laundry. That's major big stuff out, because most people work 5 days a week, and then on the weekend, that's what they're doing. and running errands and shopping and taking care of kids and taking them to this and that. So I got to look at the time in my life, which is in my 50s, the growth of my child, the away from, it's a whole nother level. And I think I'm in a position to help other people get to this level of just thoughts and then reality, because that's where it starts. So anyway, I thank you. Yeah, thank you for allowing me to be a sounding board and all these enigma symbols. You know, wisdom is coming. And thank you for allowing me to find that she said it, and that's exactly what I feel. But then, so I'm with people though who is working and selling to make a living. It's not that much love in what they're doing anymore. It's just they got to sell to eat. So they can't relate to my enthusiasm all day. And yeah, I apologize to Kwame today just for that. But I think he's taking it too far. Like he think I'm saying I think I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm right. I'm just not in the right. I'm just in an environment that's probably not understanding that. But I will come to a time, because like I said, I'm seeing them on these YouTubes and I'm seeing them on these driven women, black women, and I know they exist. It's like that's the truth about finding your tribe. Because the driven, all of them were entrepreneurs, so they're doing exactly what they love. And that's why their businesses are probably succeeding. It's a different kind of driven, y'all. It's not that, it's something different. Something different. And I think driven, because the ancestors is driving the car and you in the back seat, and they taking you where you need to go. But thank you so much for the conversation. Thank you for listening. 35 people, 9 thumbs up. Let me know if you're hearing me. Let me know. Thank you, Sheila. Yes. Yes. A diehard Ghanaian, except when he said he wasn't used to all that sun. Yeah, right about that. There's productivity and rest. Definitely. My mind is always going, but I am more clear on the next move's process when I rest. Definitely. Backdrop is amazing. Thank you, Tamuai On. Hey, Nicole. Hey, family. Blessings all. Susan tried facts about working a 9 to 5 is draining and an energy snatch. It is. When you do what you love, it doesn't feel like work at all. Powerful intensity. Get in the Mastermind group for inspiration, insight, direction, and support. The schedule has been posted. Thank you. You're using your available time wisely. Yes, that is so true. If it ain't work, that is so true. It ain't work if you love what you are. It ain't even work. So to them, they're doing work. I'm not doing work. I'm doing what I love. Like, I mean, can you get the thrill? Like, look what I'm trying to do. Listen, I need to go to this man because he got these textiles and we already designed it. He says it's gonna be ready today. Why would I want to sit down? I got to go to Esther, she said my design is ready. I want to go see that. You know what I'm saying? Even in between that, I got to go to the health food store because I got to get my food because that keeps me going. What I'm trying to tell you is this is the most balance of life I ever had. I don't neglect myself. I don't neglect, I'm eating well. Like I'm bathing well. You know what I'm saying? I'm still beautifying, being creative with my own self. Because it's all, so most people's job don't match their desires. My desire, my job, my this. I mean, yes, I stayed up a little late yesterday, but you know what? I'm okay with that because, I mean, I'm asleep tonight, but some days you're going to have to stay up a little later. Some days you got to get the Patreon together or find out you might not need it. Some day you gotta make sure the email list is right. I mean, some day, because that's what I've been avoiding. So that's the work part. Now, if you want to talk about the work part, I don't be wanting, but now I want to do it. I want to figure it out. I want to figure it out. I do. I mean, the sleep thing, I've been had to work on that. That's just me. But if this is strange, if you think it's not really understanding, take some of my courses and come into it. Because everybody has the ability to do what they love and know what they love. Everybody has something that they are supposed to be doing and something that is in their life for a reason. Everyone. So do you. All right, y'all. I'm going to take a bath, eat. I hear you. Oh, I'm me. Oh, I'm me. Thank you. How awesome is that? Hashtag goals to wake up and do what you love daily. So dope. And my goal, yes. Every day. It's like I wake up, like the sun. Oh my God, no sun. It don't matter. Like, there's no sun today. I don't never know it's not sunny in Ghana. It's hot. So there you go. And I wake up. I can't wait. I can't wait to get out of bed. Like, I did my yoga today because I noticed that I sat down and had to wait for 5 hours, doing that dang mailing, and my butt was actually sore because I'm an older girl now. So I realized, I know, like, I want this so much. Check this out. I want to be able to continue to do what I do and have it evolve in a way that it does so much, I'm willing to take care of myself. Do you know why I'm taking care of myself? Because I really want to get up to do everything I do. And I know that if I don't take care of myself, I won't be able to. It wouldn't be take care of yourself first. No, that thing is so what I love, what I'm doing is so what I love, that I know that if I don't do my yoga, if I miss too many days, I'm going to be laid up, and nobody want to be laid up because I want to keep doing what I'm doing. But also I'm finding balance in that. Like I said, I don't need to go every day. I go 5 days. I could even go 4. I like coming home. I like coming home early. I like getting my work done because it's getting more clear about where this is going. And actually, it's still not clear. It's like when it's the perfect thing for you, you even find the balance. It's like the ancestors taking me, y'all. I'm telling you, some cosmic ish. It's like the ancestors got it. The ancestors is like, yay, take some rest, and I do. Or do your yoga, and I do. Or start going home early, and I do. I don't feel like, oh, I can't pull myself away. No, once I do what I'm so serious that like I tell you, the rest of the time they shucking and jiving, y'all. I ain't shucking and jiving. Like, I am not shucking and jiving. Like, okay, hey, I'm sorry. I know I must. And it's not that I laugh, I smile with things. They be joking. I be joking and looking at my stuff. Okay, wait, Kwame. They was laughing at me. Kwame trying to get on his phone. Kwame just trying to live his little life like it's a perfect life. It's not wrong. Kwame, did you get that? Did you get the thing we said? I'd be so happy. I'd be like, Kwame, I'm about to go get my bag. Did you see my bag, Kwame? That's a life. It's a life. But anyway, I'm still going to be a little more, I'm going to understand. You are the sunshine. Thank you, Naturally. Your energy is matching your desire for success. Thank you, Susan. Naturally, yes. Asheo, shucking and jiving. God, no, I'm so old. That's even older than me. But I always liked it because you could understand what that is. Everybody knows, especially Black American, they be shucking and jiving out here. But it's kind of nice. It's kind of beautiful. But I wanted to say something, I'm going to end with that. So I was sitting down and chilling because it's chill today. It was chill, and I was tired, which was good. That's the only thing that make me chill. If I'm a little tired, then I'm going to be a little more chill, which is good. And so the sister went by, good looking sister. I mean, there's a lot of amazingly beautiful women in Ghana, but this was a different, unique. Like, all the women here are super duper, boom, bam, curvaceous, and this one was a little more on the slender side. And was very attractive, very beautiful woman to me, but just had a vibe. Like, I knew she was different. And so I think she was Nigerian, though. This is why. So let me tell you. So she said, so I guess the guy was trying to talk to her, and I heard her, this made everybody stop. She was like, no, it's Empress. He's like, oh. Like, it took him back. He's like, oh, Empress. She's like, yes, it's Empress. And she was talking to him in Tree or whatever language. But I know he said Nagode. And the Nagode is the Hausa people's language, or the people, I think, from Nigeria. So that's how I knew she was like, because there's a little more ball. And she was like, yeah, like she was talking to him in Tree, and I understood everything. She's like, no, brother, when you approach me, you have to approach me in a different kind of way. And it was real serious. She was elegant and eloquent, but she was telling him, and then she's like, yeah. And then I was laughing because they were laughing at me then she said, and he said, well, Nagode, like damn, like thank you, Nagode's thank you. And I laughed, and I was laughing because Kojo, the brother of Kwame, was looking at other people, and everybody kind of stopped. I was like, go ahead, sister, that's why. She's like, yes, Empress, right, Empress? I was like, yes. And I don't know, like, I'm telling you that because it was so different than what I see from Ghanaian women. To me, I don't know all Ghanaian women. I'm sure there's some strong, tough, talking back. But I've met a lot, or I'm around a lot. Yes, very soft and it's something like, I don't know if they actually don't really know, or they just acting like they don't know. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It was this vibe and her look and it was like I was looking at myself. And it felt so refreshing to say, don't worry. You have not really met your tribe yet, but they're out there. And I'm going to leave it just there. There's some African women out here that's doing it a little bit differently, and that's a little more vocal about it. And it has the same kind of drive. It has the same, not that a man talking is kind of, you get a little quieter, like, Yeah, it's a little, yeah, you know, you see it, it's there. It's some other kinds of women, and I probably need to be finding these Nigerian women. No, I won't be playing. But anyway, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Yes, have a beautiful one. I know he was like, nah, go there, and I was like, did you hear him? I was talking to Kojo, and I was like, did you hear him say thank you? Like, go there. And she was like, they was like, oh, you understood? Yeah, you. It was clear. She's like, hello. He's like, you know, check. She's like, hello. Well, she wasn't mean. She was like, oh, brother, it's Empress. But she was talking tree. I was loving it. I was loving it. Maybe she was talking house, so who knows. But just the way he said, nah, go day, like, damn, like, I needed that. Yeah, be yourself. That was my last thing. And, oh, I got to look up but the butterfly, y'all, I'll tell you, was all around me all day. The butterfly alighted me. The butterfly stood on my leg and stayed there for at least 10 good seconds. So I'm going to go read about the butterfly right now. All right, y'all, love you. Thank you for all the folks that's on. I'm so happy. I think my YouTube is working back. Everything is good because I let go and stopped being scared. I'll see y'all in the next video. I got to get out these clothes. I got to take a bath, and I got to eat. See you in the next one. Peace.